Hi, a short video about how to stop a panic attack or a anxiety attack. Now, this is a breathing technique including a breath hold, and we will practice it in a bit, and it works amazing. So how can I know about panic attacks? I mean, did I suffer from them, or what is my authority here basically? Well, I've put like thousands of people in an ice bath, and a anxiety attack is 80-90% of the people. That's normal. And a panic attack is like 20-30% of the people. So I kind of helped about 1,000 people get over their panic attack, and I always use this breathing technique, and I've not seen it anywhere on YouTube before. So that's why I thought, it's time to make a video about this. Let me tell you a personal story of how this breathing technique that we're going to practice in a bit saved my life. I was in the Philippines with my 4 kids, so daddy alone with 4 children, and they were aged 4, 12, 15, 17. And at a certain moment I was scuba diving with my 2 daughters. They were 15 and 12. And the little 4-year-old was on the boat, on the surface on the boat, on a Philippine boatman's arm with one tooth that didn't speak English. Kind of, so you know how this situation is. And underwater, I started to hyperventilate. And at a certain moment, I was getting really, really dizzy. And I had just one thought. I'm spitting out my regulator, my breathing part, basically. I'm gonna die here with my 2 kids next to me underwater and the little one on the boat. The 17-year-old was already back to Amsterdam alone, by the way. So then, I had the consciousness of being really dizzy. I learned this from my breathing techniques. And then from taking ice bath, I learned how to control because this is what happens when we have anxiety or when we panic. We start to breathe high in the chest, we start to hyperventilate. And I had one more thought, if I don't fix this now, I'm gonna die here. And I know that breathing out is calming you down, so I started to breathe out longer. But if you're hyperventilating, you don't, you have the feeling that you don't get enough air. So what I did, the breathing technique, breathe deep in, really like that. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's what you do when you panic. Hold for 1, 2, and then breathe out twice as long. So breathe in for 4, hold for 2, breathe out for 8, simply said. We're going to practice it in a bit. And within 3-4 breaths, my dizziness disappeared. And I signed to my daughter, hey, I'm low on air. That means you have 50 bar. And she looked at me with eyes like, what the F daddy is going on with you? Because she had 110 bar left, and normally I would have 130 bars left. But instead I had 50. So we were at 33 meters. We had to go up. It was a definite death if I would have spitted out my regulator and breathed in water. So I don't know, this is where teaching this method, it saved my life. So in my belief system, this method saves lives. So this is where I became a different instructor. You can wake me up in the middle of the night and I can teach for 24 hours basically because of this experience. Now let's go back to you, but first of all I want to ask you, did you ever suffer from anxiety attacks or panic attacks, and how do you solve them? And if you are using this breathing technique, let me know how it works, please, all right, by leaving a comment. Let's go to the breathing. So just remember, when you are having anxiety or a panic attack, you start to breathe like that. And you want to make your breath out longer. But this is difficult because you have the feeling you don't get enough air. This is when you hyperventilate. Yeah, so what you do is take a deep breath in for 4, hold for 2, breathe out for 8. Let's do it 3 times, see how it works. Breathe in for 4. Hold, 1, 2, breathe out for 8. Breathe in for 4. 1, 2, breathe out for 8. Last time a bit slower. Breathe out for 8. And this is how you can control a panic attack or an anxiety attack. Now, I've made this quick sheet, like a one-pager, with everything, you know, like that we talked about, or the breathing technique, the 4 in, 2 hold and 8 out. So, you know, like if you want, you can download that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, I'm very happy. And if you really want to be annoyed every time I send out a video, hit that notification bell so you get an email every time I post a video. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video. Bye bye. I hope this helped.